Grady. No, not Grady, Grady. Cause yo down here, you either going to Wright Street or you going to Grady. Word. Drop top, I'm behind the wheel. No, for real. Count WAP $100 bill. No, for real. On my ops, they just wanna chill. Get caught, we don't squeal. No, for real. Every time I drop a tape, it come with a golden seal. Other acting fake. No, I'm so for real. Other fake, but I'ma let it go for real. The slave, quality moccasins, we rock. Day I went shopping. And when the tape dropping, it ain't hard to tell you they ain't popping. Overweight, weight watching, pull the play fake option. I'ma play the whole game like it ain't no rules. Why the wait? Why I sell both shoes? It's a mystery, but ain't no clues. Ain't for free, that's why I charge whatever I so choose. Hey, I'm the only you. Yo, I be master speaking. Left your eardrums bleeding. Son, Northeast Ohio, Cleveland. We always get even, throw you in the till you quit breathing. When you quit dreaming, you gon' have to catch me in demons. I be moving like Shadow Stevens. Underground warlords, we battle demons. Send that your Adams have
喂，我覺得你係感覺似係即係好勁嗰啲喎，然後你可能有機會把我玩爆啊！
Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Ali LaForce will be with us courtside. Here we go. Tip-off goes to Milwaukee. Lillard outside. There's the drive. And the dunk by Lillard.
Oh, wow. Dame just sticking it to the other team, and you can see it's motivating his squad as well.
Now he.
Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
Stan, just how much of a catalyst has Mike Conley been since the Timberwolves got him?
Well, just listen to his teammates, Brian. They talk about leadership, the adult in the room, and he remains a very capable two-way player. Look, if you're open, Conley sees you. That was a great pass.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
McDaniels can't hit.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Antetokounmpo, that's good.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
Inside. And it's Randall with the jam.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Antetokounmpo can't connect. To the paint. Nifty move. And there's the play inside by Randall. Randall's got 6.
Letting Randall get inside with the ball was a bad mistake. His finishing ability got him to the bucket.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Minnesota with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just...
Oh, okay!
Oh, my gosh. Well, look, you can't let Edwards get this close to the rim because he will dunk it on you.
Here's Lillard. And the layup is good off the glass. He has 6.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating. Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Substitution report.
Bucks trail by 4. And grant the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Here's Conley. After the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Here's Alexander Walker. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
First team foul.
And Nickeil Alexander-Walker has built a role around defense and activity, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, he's started to understand that not everyone can be that superstar scorer, and he's carved out a role around hustle, but still capable of knocking down shots within the flow of the offense.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Back to Alexander Walker. No good with the triple. The Bucks trail by 3. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
And I love the balance for Lillard between scoring and passing. That time finding his teammate for the great look.
Randall, good.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Pass to Lopez. Now here's Trent. Jacks up at 3. And Conley grabs the miss. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. Of course, we talked mostly about Giannis Antetokounmpo, the focus of this one. Coach telling me I've lost sleep thinking about Giannis. He can just take over a game, no matter how you play it. We're hoping he'll be a little off tonight. Do off nights exist for Giannis, guys? We'll find out.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Pass to Trent. The ball's knocked loose. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Oh, the big dunk right over Julius Randle.
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
And it's Alexander Walker penetrating. The shot by Conley, no good. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. 4-point game. Alexander Walker grabs the board. And Minnesota with possession here. Conley. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Yeah, not just a jump shooter. Conley is also adept at finding real estate close to the rim.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Give him 8. Puts up a deep 3. Again, Antetokounmpo missing. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And the call will be against Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul. Randall with it. Give him 8. Pass to Conley. Outside, Alexander Walker. Outside for Randall. McDaniels from long range. Good! Without a second to spare.
Oh, you gotta have some real nerves to hit that shot.
What poise, what focus. That's an impressive shot.
What a performance for Julius Randle. He has been the story for Minnesota. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And there's a bevy of young talent in the NBA right now. Who are you most excited to see grow into a star, Stan?
Well, what I'm really excited about, Brian, is to see which of these young talents becomes true stars, transformative guys. Certainly Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama have already had this great rivalry. Scotty Barnes has become the next big point guard. We see Anthony Edwards, Paolo Banchero. There's a lot of guys that could be the guy, and it'll be fun to find out who actually develops into that play.
As the torch is passed, who's going to take the mantle? Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Outside Reed. Up top, Edwards. Out to DiVincenzo. Over Lillard. No good. A bit long that time.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Oh, he's a menace in the paint. Antetokounmpo.
And you could see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
Here's Gobert. Out to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to DiVincenzo. Out of bounds. It'll be Bucks ball. Here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 12. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. He's off on the first. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit. But size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one too, assuming his countryman Victor Wembanyama doesn't start taking the reins.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards. Double clutches. Milwaukee with the rebound.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
For 3, here's Lillard. Edwards pulls it in. The Timberwolves lead by 9. To the right side. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. In transition. Here come the Bucks. The shot by Lillard. No good. And here are the Timberwolves. Pass to Reed. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Back to Daniels. It's Edwards on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Getting it done inside. Edwards.
Well, look, it's tough to keep Edwards out of the lane and tough to stop him once he's in there.
Stolen by Reed. It's Edwards with a draw. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Milwaukee making a switch here. The Bucks trail by 13. Down low. Here's Lopez. And it's Gobert with a rebound. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And there is the whistle. That goes on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Edwards. Edwards rises up and powers it down.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
The Timberwolves lead by 13. Pass to Gobert. Back to Daniels. Gobert inside. And here's Conley. Hits the trifecta. Conley's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Just a smart offensive player. Conley is aware of when he should look to rise and fire. Woo, I love it. How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Gobert inside. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put two guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. BA?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, BA. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Well, look, Edwards plays with a lot of confidence, which makes him deadly off the catch.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Conley looking for an opening. Pass to Edwards. Launches it. No luck on that one.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And Conley grabs the miss. The Timberwolves lead by 13. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's his first foul. "19 seconds left in the first half of this game. Pass to Randall. Right wing. Shot clock at 6. Conley with the ball. Guarded by Antetokounmpo. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. They pin that one on Giannis Antetokounmpo. This is his second trip to the line in the game. And he drops the first. And Conley drops them both.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and he gets it to go. Antetokounmpo's got 22.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them, but let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
And so it's Minnesota in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Randall outside. Pass to Conley. To the middle. Here's Gobert. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach. But when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
Look, he's doing what he can to try to keep them afloat offensively, continuing to stay aggressive.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Minnesota leading by 13. Pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Look out below.
You got no chance of defending him right there. To the inside. Over to the wing. Oh, they get a hand on it. DiVincenzo with a steal. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Yeah, such an imposing defensive force. Giannis with the great timing on the rejection.
It's good. Antetokounmpo's gotten 4 this quarter.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Randall. From the arc. Giannis with the rebound.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want enforcement things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Here's DiVincenzo. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
Just an effective shot blocker. Lopez using all of that 7 feet, and he does a great job of picking his spots.
Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
Outside, DiVincenzo. And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Outside, DiVincenzo. Minnesota again missing.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Here's Alexander Walker. Lopez with the steal. Trent for 3. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. At one point, they led by 16. Here's DiVincenzo. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Brook Lopez. No good on that one. And he's good on the second. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Down by 12. And, Coach, how about Naz Reid, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner?
Yeah, Brian, sort of unique. We often associate that award with shooting guards, but although he's a big, Reid is more than capable of putting up big numbers, including from long distance.
Offensive rebound. Here's Lopez. Oh, and Reid with a block. Ingles from outside. The shot, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Antetokounmpo. The three. And Trent gets the three. Trent's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. DiVincenzo on the wing. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Who poked away. Lillard with the ball. Picked up by Reid. It's tipped.
Yeah, nice swat by Randall. Using his size and good anticipation to get in the shooter's way.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you. The shot by Lillard, no good. Reid in the post. A slam dunk by Reid.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, PA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
Outside, DiVincenzo. All sorts of time. Again, the Timberwolves score.
You really have to question the defensive effort on that possession.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Randall pulls down the board. Minnesota leading by 13. And the foul on Gary Trent. That's his first foul of the game. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. There's 21 seconds left in the third. For three, Randall. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Lillard right side. There's the three. The shot no good. Here's Edwards. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. They put in work down low, getting in. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Bucks trail by 13. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. No good that time. Outside Conley. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Lillard. That shot off. Some solid defense from Edwards. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Antetokounmpo drives in. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
The incomparable length. I mean, Giannis with those big strides and the reach to finish against anyone.
Stan, a late first-round pick in 2020. Jaden McDaniels, one of the top young two-way players in the league.
Well, Brian, last season he was rewarded with a big money extension. His play tailed off just a bit, but still a key player for them moving forward.
And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. The drive by Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Inside. Here's Gobert. Pass to Randall. Now Edwards. Guarded by Trent. Clock at 6. Outside Conley. Unloads. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Let me tell you, on the drive, Giannis is trouble. He takes it right into the defense and gets fouled in the act.
And that one falls for Antetokounmpo. He's off on the second.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Trent for 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves lead by 9. And the call will be against Kyle Kuzma. That'll be a second foul of the game. Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Shot is good by Edwards.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break I heard Doc Rivers as he talked with the team. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying we have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie.
Might be time for a little different approach. This shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
Back to Randall. Here's Conley. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
Well, when you get that kind of look inside, you have to capitalize.
And here's Green from the arc. And again, it's the Bucks missing. And it's Edwards with the ball for the T-Wolves. At one point, they led by 16. Misses the 3.
Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
With some arc. And it's finished off by Antetokounmpo as he lays it in. Antetokounmpo has got 43 points. Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk! Well, you can see that Edwards isn't trying to do it all on his own. He's also looking for shots for others out there.
And here's Green from the arc. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves lead by 11. Pass to Randall. Conley with the ball. Three-pointer. The rebound by Sims.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
Lillard on the drive. The life of an NBA head coach, Stan, is not easy. You've lived it. What's the toughest part of the job? Don't say dealing with the media.
Well, no, it's not. But, Brian, I think people would easily say it's the time spent away from home, and it's also the losing, quite honestly. But I think what my family had the hardest time with was...
Great dime by Gary. Scans the floor well to find his teammates.
Here's Green. They get it back. It's Prince on the wing. Tries again. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
That one goes in. McDaniels got 5 points now in the quarter.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
The drive by Randall. Left side, Edwards. McDaniels from long range. And he missed there. 4 for 8 shooting now so far. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop.
Well, excellent read there by Edwards. He saw someone had a better shot, and he got them the ball.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. .16 left in the game. Here's Lillard. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. That's tipped. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Minnesota leading by 10.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Timberwolves.
All their efforts on the boards ended up paying off.
And just two tough rebounding teams, but they gave the extra effort and were rewarded for it.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Anthony Edwards.
Terrific initiative. Not content to let the game come to him, he went out and made it his own.
Randall, left side. Outside Conley. The three is up. That shot off the mark. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Great job drawing the foul and almost converted the shot as well.
That free throw no good. And the second free throw is good. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. For three, Conley. It's in. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. This this one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that'll wrap it up, folks, for Stan Van Gundy.
GG 啦。